everybody, and welcome to Vlogmas Day 6. I am your host. No, let me stop, y'all. Welcome to Vlogmas Day 6, and welcome to Travel Buddies. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been with us before, welcome back. And if you just slid by, saw the title, decided to click on, welcome. And today, we're going to do one of my favorites, and that is story time. All right, y'all. Now, I hope you read the title. And the title says just what it is. It was a story time full of drama while traveling on vacation, okay? Well, it wasn't a vacation. I take that back. We were traveling for, let's call it business, okay? Let's call it business. But let's talk about it, y'all. Welcome to Vlogmas Day 6. And today's drink, because I'm not going to make it for y'all, is just a sangria. And our drink of the day is a sangria. The way I like to make my sangria is fruit, red wine, and a splash of lemon or lime. And today I did lemon because I didn't have any lime. So, we're going to be talking about this story time. And the reason I'm doing this story time today is because, y'all, it was during the holiday travels. And yes, why the title says drama, because I hate to say it, but it was some drama. But hubby wasn't with me during this time. He was out of the country, so for work. So I had to go and endure this drama by myself. Now, I might be seemed a little ruffled today, and I'm going to explain why. It's because I had another story time that I was going to do, but then I looked at all the red that I had going on, and I just could not give y'all that story time. Because that story time right there, whoo, my blood pressure. I probably would have had to put my hubby's Grinch hat on, because my pressure, it's about an airline that I'm just finished dealing with just a few minutes ago on the telephone. But I'll do that story time at another time. But let's come back down with this drama story time. So let's talk about it, y'all. Let me get comfortable, get your cocktail, and let me tell you about this story time. Now, this story time happened right before Christmas. Some years ago. And hubby was out of the country, like I said, and sangria is so good. And I was chilling with the fam bam, and enjoying getting ready for the Christmas holidays. Let me give you a little bit. All right. I was chilling at my house, minding my own business, like everybody should during the holidays. Because if you don't know me, let me tell you a little something about me. Back in the day, some years ago, I only shopped on Christmas Eve. Not a day before, not even Christmas Day. Christmas Eve, you get one good day out of me, okay? It has changed now in the years that I do more the hosting now and things. So when you do the host things, because I wasn't hosting at my house, it was always either hosting at my mom's house or somebody else's house. I never hosted, okay? But now that I do the hostings, you don't have time to do it on Christmas Eve because you have to get everything together, right? For the grand finale of Christmas Day. So back then, I only did all my Christmas shopping on Christmas Eve. You would see me get up 6 in the morning, and I'll finish when the stores closed on Christmas Eve. The best time, lines was long, but everybody was joyful. Happy, 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 happy Merry Christmas. Okay? So, I was chilling at home, getting my little list together. This is probably about December the 20th. And a friend of mine called. And she said, hey, she was just griping because we're going to call her baby mom. She was just griping because she couldn't meet her kid's father to get her kids gifts to get them for Christmas Day because he lived out of town in Atlanta and we lived in New Orleans. So she was, like, oh my gosh, like, his new wife is making this so difficult, yada, 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 yada. She just needs to, she usually meets him halfway, get the gifts, and, it's all good. Well, this year he stated he couldn't do it. He was working a lot of overtime, and he had to get ready to have people at his house and get his kids' stuff all together, but he does have all the gifts. Now, why he ain't shipped the gifts? Who am I? So she was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, yada yada, but I need to get up there and get these kids gifts. So I said, hey, why don't we hop in a whip and take a little girl's road trip? And she was like, that's a good idea. I said, yeah, let's just take the good old road trip. And, you know, it's 8 hours there, 7 hours back. We good here. Let's just take the road trip. So she was like, yeah. I said, okay. I said, well, let's go tomorrow. Because today, it was the 20th. I said, we'll go tomorrow. You can leave all the kids' stuff in my house. And we all good. We'll go the 21st. Come back on the 22nd. 23rd, I can relax and get ready to do my shopping on the 24th. Life is good. Life is grand. Let's do it. Okay, sounds good. Let's do it. So she hangs up the phone. Okay, so I go, take my car, make sure I have my oil changed, tires done. You know, my car that time was pretty new, so I really didn't have much to do, but I still went and did it anyway, just to do it, just to make sure, because it's going to be 2 ladies on the highway, right? Okay. So I did all that day, because it was pretty early when she called. So I get home and I said, well, may as well pack me a little bag, right? So I packed me a little bag, and it's all is well. So that next morning, I called her. I said, hey, what time do you want to get on the highway? She said, well, I'm trying to get the kids all situated because I wanted to get on the highway by noon today. I said, that sounds good. Okay. And when I called, it was about 8:30-ish. So she said, but I'm trying to get them babysitters together, you know, because I don't like to leave. She had 4 kids. She didn't want to leave them all on one person. So she likes to, you know, dibble and dabble and split them up and things like that. Okay, fine. All is well. Handle your business. So I went, had breakfast, did my daily chores, and chilled out about 11. Didn't hear from her. 12 o'clock, I called. Hey, I'm on my way to pick you up. No, she's having a mother's breakdown. What's wrong now? Well, I can't find a babysitter today. Everybody has things that they are doing, and nobody can watch the kids today. NC. So I said, well, see what you can find for tomorrow. It's kind of cutting close to my shopping now, but see if you can find somebody for tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna call you back. I'm gonna keep trying. Okay, just keep me abreast on what's going on, and I'm gonna continue at home getting my list together. Okay, so I come back because I was headed to her house, so I turn back around, come back to my house, and I continue my list for shopping, because now I don't know how close it's going to be when we get back home, because now today is the 22nd. I'm sorry, the 21st, and she still can't, the 21st, she still can't find a babysitter. 22nd, she comes. She says, how about we get a flight? It's 22nd. How about we get a flight? We fly there. We rent a car and ride back. Because I know you like to shop on Christmas Eve, but my mom can watch them on the 23rd, and the morning of the 24th, my mother-in-law can watch them. So let's fly there, and then we'll drive back. I said, all right now. Pushing a little close. But, yeah. Because, you know, I was sitting at home just writing in my notes. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Me good friend, 23rd. Okay, let me call the airlines. And I call the airlines, I'm going to tell you, everything is a little steep during that time. And it's only a couple of days away. But you know what? I'm a good friend. It is what it is. Bust out the credit card, bust it up, and let's make these calls. So I did, and I found us a flight. In the meantime, while I'm making us a flight, I get a call from our other friend. We're going to call her Tiny. Because she was itty bitty, okay? We're going to call her Tiny. Get a call from Tiny. Tiny says, hey, what time you going shopping for? On the 24th. Because Tiny knows I always go shopping on Christmas Eve. And I said, Tiny, as soon as I get back, hopefully I'll be back on the 24th, but tomorrow we going out of town. Why y'all ain't call me? Tiny, put me on your lap like I'm a kid, but I'm coming. I said, let me find you a flight, Tiny. Tiny said, yes, find me a flight. I'll pay you back, you know, just, I want to go. Now, Tiny is fabulous, okay? Tiny is the friend that has to pack about 8,000 bags, okay? And I'm like, Tiny, we have to pick up gifts. We go in there to pick up gifts. So, why y'all ain't tell me? Because, Tiny, you pack too much, okay? Tiny, for an overnight trip, Tiny will have 3 suitcases, okay? One for shoes, one for clothes, and one for accessories, okay? Tiny was just fabulous, okay? And I said, Tiny, I have to tell you, we're going to fly there, but we're driving back. Driving? What? Yes, we're only going for to pick up some gifts and come back. We're not staying there, Tiny. Okay, but I'm coming. Fine. So I get back on there and I find Tiny a trip. Find Tiny a flight with us for the same time. So it's all good. Fast forward, you guys. I know. The drama before the drama, okay? So, the next morning, our flight was for 11:50, I believe. Can't remember, it's been a while, okay? Don't hold me to it. It's not the same grade as my mind. But it was before lunchtime, I know that. Right before lunchtime, actually. But we had to be at the airport an hour before, right? But like baby mama said, we not checking no bags because again, it's going up there and turning right back around. Because our whole thing was because I wanted to be back for Christmas Eve shopping. And now we were leaving on the 23rd. Is that we're going to fly there, get the gifts, get a rental car, drive straight back so we can be back the night of the 23rd and or early morning the 24th so I can go shopping. Okay. That was the whole goal, y'all. Don't make me relive this because I'm mad all over again. Okay. So 9:30. Baby mama calls me. Hey, girlie. I said, hey. She said, I'm be at your house in the next 5 minutes. What? She said, yeah, girl, we gotta be there at least 10:50. We're not checking no bag, baby girl. But yeah, we still need to be there like at least an hour before. Okay, I jump up because I wasn't ready. But now I'm thinking, I got this bag sitting over here packed. I don't really need to bring it because we're not staying. But I should just grab it anyway. It was a little duffel, nothing serious. So I jump up, hop in the shower. I like to do a beat face. But all my makeup was packed into the little duffel. And I was like, you know what? I'm not about to pull out the duffel. I'm gonna leave the duffel intact. I'm gonna put my hair in a ponytail. At that time, I was wearing this cute, my hair was cute. My little hair was in a cute little bit. So I just took it out of it and just put it in there for a while. Right? I don't know why I should have put it there. But anyway, you know, I thought I was fine. So, she's outside. She's honking the horn. Now, I'm just getting out the shower. I ran through the shower. I didn't run in the shower. I ran through the shower, okay? Because she said
I don't know why I went down this rabbit hole, but I did, y'all. Just enjoy.
She got to my house maybe at almost 10, okay? But it just seemed like, because I was like rushing, like running around like what I'm about to put on, blah, blah, blah. Not thinking, I already had I had a jumpsuit out that I was going to wear for our road trip that I just kept looking over, right? So finally I just looked at it when she was like beating on my door like a mad person. So I jumped and I threw it on, right? And I'm just like running around like, it's just, you know, when you're not prepared, because I'm thinking in my mind, I don't know why I was thinking this, but I'm thinking in my mind 10, 50, 11, you know, that we were going to be out the house, but it was like 10 o'clock, and I'm like, you know, my mind has to be ready to be ready. You know what I mean? I don't know if y'all like that, but that's how I am. So I go ahead and after, you know, I run to the door, let her in, come back, finish getting myself completely ready. So finally get completely ready by 10, 15, 10, 20. And I was like, okay, I'm ready. She was like, okay. I was like, wait, did you talk to Tiny? And she said, no. I never told her Tiny was coming. Tiny never told her Tiny was coming. So she didn't know. And in my mind, I'm like, wait. Because Tiny actually lived a block away from me. So in my mind, I didn't even think to tell her Tiny was coming with us. So I'm like, oh crap. So I was like, call Tiny, because Tiny is actually coming with us. And she was like, wait, when, how, what? Because Tiny had talked in a couple of days, because it was around Christmas, and everybody does their ish around Christmas, y'all. So I'm like, call Tiny. We need to pick up Tiny. Tiny is like, you know, has a flight, supposed to be coming with us. Everything is all good. So she picks up the phone and she calls Tiny. Now Tiny is the type of person, she don't care what time it is. If you don't give her a heads up, and yeah, Tiny is going to take her sweet time. Tiny is not going to rush. Tiny is not going to, every step that Tiny does on her regular normal basis, Tiny is going to do there. If Tiny takes 45 minutes for her makeup and you come over and you tell her, oh, we have to rush, Tiny's going to do 45 minutes of her makeup. Like, she's not going to change her routine for nothing. She don't care. You can call her and say, I need to rush to the emergency room. Tiny is going to tell you, rush to the emergency room. Okay, I'm going to bring you, but give me my hour and 45, okay? She doesn't rush. So we were nervous about that because Tiny is going to make us late. So she says, baby mama says, let's call her while we're on the way and tell her that she needs to catch a taxi. And that way, Tiny will get there because Tiny knows what time her flight is. So I said, okay. So I pick up the phone and Tiny's, hey girlie, how are you? I saw baby mama already pulled up at your house. And I'm outside with my suitcase and I'm ready. I was like, oh, okay. Because we were about to go the opposite way from Tiny. So I said, okay, Tiny. So I walked out the door. I didn't bring the duffel bag. And something told me, go back and get the duffel bag. So as we ride into Tiny's house, we get out to help Tiny put her bag in the car. I walk to the back. And I see baby mama got a bag. And I said, I thought we were just getting there, riding back. What is these bags? And she was like, in case anything happens, say, you know what? Drive me back to my house. Let me get my bag. Now this time, it's about 10:30. Okay, no, I take the bag, it's about 10:40. We get to my house. I run in, grab the duffel bag, and head back to the car. Now, y'all, I get back to the car. They already having a conversation about being hungry. Tiny is always hungry, okay? Wherever she goes, she always hungry. So we get back in the car, and I'm like, Tiny's like, I am so hungry. I was like, I could just take a cup of coffee. Like, we could get a coffee at the airport. And Tiny was like, man, no. Why don't we stop and get some breakfast? I'm like, Tiny, we have to get to the airport. It's only, you know what? Just go through the drive-thru because I am hungry. Like, I have been running around since 9 o'clock this morning. I am hungry. So, we're like, okay. So, we pull up into McDonald's drive-thru. Mind you, now it's almost 11. So, we pull up in the drive-thru and she was like, drive-thru, make it quick. She places her order. I order my coffee. And baby mama orders her something to eat, and Tiny is sitting there. Now McDonald's menu ain't changed if ever in a day, okay? And she's sitting out the window. I want what do I want? What do I want? I don't know what I want, y'all. I'm just hungry. I don't know what I want. We like order something, baby mama. I mean, Tiny ordered something. So baby mama is just like, come on, y'all gonna be eating this mouth like. So she looks at the thing finally. Now mind you, when we got there, it was like 10:50. She's sitting there looking at the thing, and the thing changes from breakfast to lunch. Right in our face, just like that. So the lady says, do y'all know what y'all want? And she said, I want a breakfast. Well, let me get just a egg McMuffin. The lady said, it's lunchtime. So she's like, what? So baby mama had ordered her breakfast food. So she was like, baby mama said, I already ordered. And she was like, yes ma'am, but it's lunchtime. Really? Like, where they do that at? So Tiny was angry that they did this. So she just had to speak to her manager. She has to when we get around there, I'm going to speak to her manager. So we ride around to the window of the drive-thru. She has to speak to the supervisor. Well, the supervisor says, well, y'all have to come in if y'all want to talk to me because the line has to keep moving. They're not trying to hit it, okay? They want to talk to the manager. So they go on and on and on and on. So the manager says, you know what? I apologize. Y'all were at the window. Y'all were placing your order. We did switch it. We'll go ahead and continue with y'all order. So he was like, but y'all gonna have to park to the side and give us a few minutes to fix your order. Okay, thank you. So we go sitting there. And so we pay for our order. And Tiny says, wait a minute, can I also get lunch too? He was like, yeah. She was like, okay, let me add blah, 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 blah. I think it was some nuggets or whatever. Let me add that. He said, okay, I'll have it all in the bag and bring it out to y'all. Okay, thank you. So we pull to the side. And baby mama said, wait, sir, before she was pulling to the side. Can y'all hurry up though? We got a flight to catch. Yeah, give me 5 minutes. Everything will be out. Okay. So we pull over there. So we sit in the parking spot and we talking. And we talking about when we get to the A, Tiny was saying, let's go run to Lennox. You could do some of your shopping at Lennox. You know, we can get some of your shopping out of the way. So when you're rushing back, I was like, that's not my tradition. Like, my tradition is Christmas Eve. And she was like, oh, come on. You can like not worry about Christmas Eve. We can get you can be shopping at Lennox. We can get a lot done at Lennox. Yada, 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 yada. So, you know, they still trying to convince me that Lennox is the best thing since sliced bread. All gravy, all good, but that's not my thing. That's not what I do. But, you know, it is what it is. So that's all the whole conversation about the different stores. It's just a conversation, okay? So while a conversation is going on, so is time. And finally, after I was sitting there for a while, baby mama says, what time is our flight? I said 11:50. Us running our mouth. We had been sitting there. It was 11:15. We still had to get to the airport, which was about 30 minutes away. She was like, they need to come on with our food. I was like, yeah, I think. It's 11:20. Like, yeah, I think. Oh, we need to be at the airport. Like, oh, you a warrior kid. It's gonna be fine. So we sit to 11:30. And finally, Tiny was like, it's 11:30, y'all. We only got 20 minutes. It takes 30 minutes to get to the airport. Oh my God, we're gonna miss our flight. I said that. So she jumps out the car and she runs inside of McDonald's. When she runs to McDonald's, she was like, no, we were like, let's just drive off. Forget the food. Let's just go. Because we're going to miss our flight. So baby mama was about to back up, and that's when Tiny jumped out the car and went into McDonald's. She gets to McDonald's, and she was in there for about 15 minutes. It's 11:45. No flight for us. None at all. So she comes out with all the bags, and she was like, y'all, I think we missed our flight. You think? So she gets in the car. Let's go to the airport. Let's go. So we head to the airport. We go to the desk to see if we can get another flight or whatnot. When we get inside the airport, we're standing in line to go see if we can get another flight. Because by this time, it's after 12. We didn't miss the flight. Baby daddy calls. He ain't kid father no more. He baby daddy. He called. He says, don't come out. I'm coming to y'all. What? He was like, no, he said, he asked her, did she make the flight? And she said, obviously not, even on the phone with you. He was like, good, I'm coming to y'all. It's like, what you mean you coming to us? We coming to you. What do you mean you coming to us? He says, I'm getting on the road headed to y'all. What? I said, you know what? I'm still going to here to find out about my flight. Because now baby mama's like, y'all, we don't need to do this. He coming down here. What? What? You know what? Whatever. So, I'm still seeing if I can get a credit or whatever, even though it's our fault. I'm still waiting in line. He calls back. See if y'all can get a flight to like Texas or something. And I fly to Texas or something. What? What? What are you saying? What? What? How you gonna get the gifts, man? How you gonna get the gifts? So he was like, you know what? I'm sorry. My wife is just tripping, and she's telling me that these gifts are not going to you, and yada, 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 yada. So, you know, I need to find a way to get these gifts to you, you know? I'm still standing in line, right? And she got him on speaker, right? And I'm like, the what? What kind of, what? So we get to the desk. And the lady tells us we could do standby. There is another flight here to Atlanta. And we could do standby. It will be leaving about 3:30. Put us on. I said, how many seats they have? She said, oh, it's an open flight. Boom! We in there. Tell him he ain't got to drive nowhere. We coming. We coming. We coming. We coming. So I'm excited, right? I ain't really lose nothing. She put us on standby. Boom, bam, we in that thing. We head to the gate. Something told me when we get through here, look at the flights, right? Because she told us, you know, she could put us on this standby. Our flight delayed. Our flight don't leave till 3:50. They have 2 leaving at 3:50. 1 leaving at 3 that she told us about. And our flight is at 3:50. She didn't even tell us that our flight was delayed. Now that'll hold you. So I'm like, hold up. This our flight. Why they say on no standby? This our flight. Our flight was delayed. For mechanical issues, our flight was delayed. And the reason I know it was mechanical issues because when we got to the flight and we talked to the lady at the front, she was like, it's mechanical issues. People were still sitting there waiting. So the drama couldn't have been too bad, okay? So she called her kid's father back. He's kid's father right now because I'm happy because we about to go on this flight. He was baby daddy before, okay? So she calls him and she says, we still coming. Our flight is good. Our flight was delayed. They're about to board in about the next hour. He said, okay. Now what kind of foolishness? Y'all. Fast forward, we get to the A. We get to Atlanta. We go to the place to rent a car. We don't have nothing. We ain't even book no cars. I thought she was gonna book the car because I was booking up the airplane ticket. She didn't book it. Fast forward to meeting baby daddy. No gifts. All that drama for him to have no gifts. None, not a thing. He handed her cash money. Oh, you could have did a Western Union. The clown didn't have no gifts. So, needless to say, we booked another flight. But we didn't get home until the 24th. That night. I didn't get no shopping done. Because it was drama with the new wife. With that baby. I'm not good. Their story they could tell. I'm just telling mine. Okay? Their story they could tell. Because there was a whole bunch of other drama. Whoo, with the wife. And they gifts. I'm not going to discriminate. I'm not going to criminate nobody and tell nobody's story. But I'm going to just tell y'all this. Do not travel with people at the last minute of the holidays when you got other things to do for yourself. And on that note, my sangria is gone. So my story is gone. And with that, my daddy is calling me to take a ride. So with that being said, I'll see y'all in Vlogmas Day 7. Peace.